All right, folks, today we're at the Garden of the Gods in Illinois. It's several sites to visit, different rock outcroppings, and I think some waterfalls. There's some longer trails here, but in order to see some of the sites, I'm gonna hit some of the shorter ones. So we're just getting started right here in the Garden of the Gods recreation area. And it's supposed to be, one sign said a quarter-mile loop, one sign says a half a mile. So I think it's rocked and paved most of the way around. So we'll head out here and check it out. There are numerous overlooks around this trail. That's looking down on the entrance road. Some of the very unique rock formations. That's the actual trail. And it's cloudy, overcast, so there probably was some kind of a good view up here if it wasn't so overcast. But it's keeping the heat down, so I won't complain. Yeah, we're definitely missing out on the views due to the overcast, but that's fine. These rocks are pretty interesting compared to what's in North Carolina. This trail, I'm sure, is going to go over. We'll be on top of those ledges. Get a better view. Just so cloudy. Hang on. Yeah, definitely would have a better view, but it's still pretty interesting. It says that this is a pretty steep trail, but we hadn't got there yet. Starting to go down now, but these rocks are really slick, so you have to kind of make sure you got a good foot placement. I filmed the whole trail, I think. Devil's Smokestack. Y'all pause and read that. 30 feet. And that's it. Let's walk right over here. See if we can get another view. We might not see to the bottom of it. Rock hung in it. just up there a minute ago, and I assume we'll be headed around to this side. Just a few steps. More observation points. This sign just says that you're overlooking the Gardens of the God Wilderness, all in the Suwannee National Forest. Bizarre bands, reddish brown swirl rings. I think there's some people up here on the decking, so we'll see. Just a second. Cut through. That hole, the water comes through. That was just about down to nothing. Still in that same spot. Some stairs up through the rocks. A little narrow passage. You can see where you can just climb up and get on top, but I think I'm gonna keep moving on. Now we're back around to the parking lot. And that's it for the Garden of the Gods main trail. Instead of hiking around with the weather and hearing in the distance, I'm gonna probably drive around to some of these other spots and shorter trails just to go in and catch the views. They do have restroom facilities here. So, let me find another short trail and a view, and Be back in a minute. All right, pulled down in the park a little ways. There's Indian Point Trail, still in the Garden of the Gods Wilderness in the Suwannee National Forest, and this is a 1.5-mile trail, the Indian Point Trail. I think it's got one lookout on the far end. Let me flip it. Yeah, so we're going to take the this blue trail and the one lookout at the end, and of course we're parked up here. Probably make the whole loop around, and we'll check it out and see what we can see. This is the beginning of the trail. Probably only done 100 yards, but I can hear some frogs up here just to get it. Must be a body of water. Some big frogs in there. Walked right by that deer. Got past it. Happened to look back and caught a glimpse. It's so wet from the rain. The trail's really muddy, so you can't hear anything in the leaves or me walking. Trying to keep an eye out real good for any other wildlife. Just to the overlook. There's not much to film. This is what the trail looks like. There's not going to be a view, because now where we were at the Garden of the Gods section, we were a little bit below the clouds. I can see close by, but now it's even gotten foggy in the woods. So don't expect to be able to see anything. To the first little side trail that goes out to a view. Not expecting this to be super exciting. Yeah, barely make out some hills a little further over. Pretty good drops down in there. And more crazy looking rocks. All these different kind of rock formations. Lots of big crevices and sections. I can actually see down that hole right in there, I think to the bottom of the hill. Ease back around to the main trail. This one's sort of running out. And I think we're at the main overlook area. And you have multiple options of rocks to walk out on, it looks like. Actually, I think that's the first trail marker that I've seen. It's a big white diamond. Huh. Water rolls down through there pretty good. bit. See a farmhouse down there. All the rocky area. Yeah. That's about it for this spot. Keep easing around here and see if I see anything else. It appears a lot of people camp up in here, because there are numerous campsites. There don't appear to be officially marked, but there are campsites and fire rings. But it's hard to tell without looking on my app whether I'm actually on the trail or not. Some more of these rock spots. We'll keep moving around this edge just a little further. I don't know if I'm gonna keep going around the whole loop or not, or just shoot back around the way that I came, because there's not gonna be any more views. This was it for the views. And this part of the trail doesn't look near as traveled, but we'll see. All right, it wasn't much to the Indian Trail. Just walked back to the parking lot. Moved about 7 miles. I don't know, this is probably east. And now I'm at Rimrock National Recreation Trail. Let me spin you around. We're just parked down here at the parking area. We're gonna go clockwise. There's two different sections, and one has a cave on it, and then the rest of it is the Rimrock, the overlook, some cliff areas. I think this is, well, I don't know the distance right off, but it's not far. Like the other trail, the first one, the beginning's paved, and then it looks like some stone paths similar to the other ones. So we'll make our way around here and see what we can find. Around, this is still a sort of paved trail, and it's walking right along the edge the whole way of this rock wall. I guess the trail matches its name, just kind of walks along this rim, and it's got different little spots like this one. If you can step down near the edge. Starting to burn some of this cloud off, the sun's popping out. Able to see a little bit better, but the means it's going to start heating up pretty good. On around here, just got to this little section here. I don't know if you can see over in that hole. Where all that rock is somewhat falling away. I might can see the bottom right down there, but yeah, great big chunk of rock falling away. And it'll be interesting because we get over there a little further, I see some ropes. So, but I don't see people, but I see some ropes or steps or something going on. So let's move on over there and check that out. Yeah, it's looking back down that side. All right, some kind of boardwalk. Looks like you used to could go down here, but you can't anymore. And there's some ropes tied down there and some barricades, and must have gotten in bad shape and they had to take the steps out. But we are on another section that's fallen away, and it looks like this section's still intact. Not really a view, but you're just walking over that crack. So that's it for that little section. Parking lot, getting pretty close. Pretty much the same paved sidewalk style trail. I got a lot of appreciation for all the work that went in to do this, but I'm not too sure that a dirt footpath might not be better, because these rocks are unbelievably slick. But anyway, it's pretty, about a mile long, very, very humid out. And now the sun peaks are starting to come up. I think I'm gonna check out High Knob, which is back down the road toward the outfitter, and then go in El Catin, go in, get me a snack, and see if they can recommend any other spots, and maybe where some of the nearby waterfalls are. Not real sure, but that's gonna wrap it up here for the Rim Ridge Trail. Get down these steps here and you can see the end coming up over there. So let me go find us another spot to look around, and I'll be back shortly. At the Garden of the Gods Outfitters, they've got a lot of Bigfoot souvenirs. They actually have a really big Bigfoot right here at the intersection. Tractor coming by, and Bigfoot's across the road with ice cream and a telephone booth with a telephone in it. It's still got the wires going to it. I don't think that it'll work, but I gotta try, because it's been a long time. No dial tone. Alright, I'm gonna head on. I think this is all for the hiking today. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it for the hiking today. Sun's getting out, it's getting pretty hot. Make my way back toward town, find a little something to eat. Thanks for watching.